Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you are having a great day. Today we're going to be taking a look at what are the more underrated guns in this game. And by that I mean the Holger LMG. I mean the Holger's AR counterpart, the G36, where you can just put on the 30 round mag, is actually really good. But today we're going to be looking at the LMG aspect of the gun. As in we're going to leave the 100 round mag on. Because our class setup today is going to have the 100 round mags on, but it will still give you the extreme mobility and ADS of a regular AR. So if you're new around here, do consider subscribing to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it, guys. But with that plug out of the way, let's get into it. Now as usual, let's start off by looking at the loadouts for the Holger. We're going to be starting off first with one loadout where you do not have the no stock attachment. So to start off, let's put on the F-Tac Spitfire barrel. This is going to give you aim down sight speed as well as movement speed, which is crucial when you're running an LMG. Now, it is going to take away your bullet velocity, but since you're using this gun as a weapon for close quarter engagements, I really doubt that bullet velocity is going to play a big role. Following that, you want to put on the tac laser for faster ADS speed. Now, after the tac laser, you're going to put on the commando foregrip, which is going to help with your recoil stabilization. Then you want to put on the stipple grip tape for more aim down sight speed. And finally, for the first class, if you want to put sleight of hand, you can. Otherwise, you can substitute it for the monolithic suppressor, which is going to give you the additional damage range, but it's not going to take away your aim down sight speed because we have already overkilled it with the stipple grip tape, the Spitfire barrel, the tac laser, and so on. Now on to the second class setup. Now for this one, everything is going to be exactly the same, except you're going to remove your tac laser, put no stock, and change up your commando foregrip to the operator foregrip. Everything else is going to remain the same. And finally, if you want to stick to sleight of hand, you can stick to sleight of hand. Otherwise, just switch it up to the monolithic suppressor, which will again give you added damage range. Now, this specific class that you're using with the monolithic suppressor is also viable for Warzone and Plunder. But do let me know in the comments if it's the same for you guys, because I really find that 100 round mag and the monolithic suppressor really helps you out take on a full squad easily. Now with that, we are done with the Holger. Let's move on to your secondary, which is definitely going to be the RPG, because it is just an anti-camper tool. Just use it. Following that, your perks: EOD, Pointman, Amped. EOD for reduced damage, Amped for your incredibly fast swap speeds, and finally one of the most broken perks in the game, Pointman. Now I call it broken because if you're like me and you really love objective type game modes such as domination, hardpoint, and so on, you're really gonna like it. Now I'll give you guys an example of how Pointman works. So let's say you're playing Kill Confirmed and you go back and collect tags. Normally if you don't run Pointman, you're not going to get a point towards your streaks for collecting tags. But when you're running Pointman, you're going to get score for every single tag you collect. So basically, you just collecting tags, you can get a VTOL in, you can get a support helo in, you can even get a gunship in. I have legit gotten my gunship on grind shipment in less than 10 seconds because I just hoard a bunch of tags and I go and score it for a mega bank. This is why Pointman is really broken, and I really encourage you guys to go and use it. Now I'm pretty sure many of you guys are going to call me a pussy and call me a bot for using Pointman and just hoarding tags and not engaging enemies, but hear me out. I'm trying to have fun on the game, which is filled with sweats all around using MP5s and M4A1s. Okay, so if you guys really want to have fun in this game, trust me, just use this class with Pointman. Now moving on, as for your lethals, definitely C4s, and as for your tacticals, Stim, cause why the hell not. But with that being said, that's gonna wrap up the class setup portion. Now let's talk about streaks. Now in the background gameplay, which is a 115 kill game on shipment, I used, I guess, the cluster strike, the Wilson, and the gunship. But you can switch that up to using the cluster strike followed by the Wilson or the VTOL, and white phosphorus too. White phosphorus on small maps is really brutal. I'm pretty sure you guys would have seen the clip from Rust where the dude just kept annihilating the team with the white phosphorus. They just kept spawning there. Now white phosphorus can do that even on shipment. So if you don't want to use gunship, you can definitely use the white phosphorus, couple that with the Wilson. Now with that being said, in conclusion, I'll just give you guys a few tips for the class. Now firstly, as for your playstyle goes, if you're using the no stock variant, then use it just as how you would an MP7 or an MP5. In the sense, just rush the enemy spawns, because you have really good ADS speed as well as monolithic suppressor for the extra damage. Tip number 2 is, if you guys are using the stock variant of the gun, then I really suggest to hold down an area of the map. If it's shoot house, hold down one line of sight. If it's shipment, hold down 1/4 of the map. This way you can catch any enemy passing through that area, and they are not going to be able to outplay you most of the time because you can easily spray and pray. Now finally, this is going to be a trick I learned from my friends who play Warzone a lot, and that is changing your slide behavior to tap. Do that and trust me, you will thank me later. But with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to drop a like. If you're new around here, do subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.